got one more video for y'all. Let's see if I can like that shit. That shit didn't make no difference. The saying is, become high value, and women are just going to flock to you. You're going to get all kind of women, right? That's the saying. But is it really true? This is the biggest saying in the whole entire world right now. Become a high value man, and women are just going to flock to you. There's truth to that, and there's a lot of speculation. A lot of things have to be analyzed when you talk about this. Number one, women like men for different reasons. And one of those reasons a woman might not like a man, believe it or not, is because he's high value. I'm going to say that again, because I know that y'all don't believe this. And I'm going to explain why, too. One of the reasons why a lot of women don't like a man is because he's high value. Why would this be? Why would a woman not want a high value man, right? That's what you're thinking right now, right? The biggest reason why a lot of women do not want a high value man is because they understand that they're not the right woman for that guy. At least not right now. A lot of women, believe it or not, will reject you if they feel like they could fuck up your life. Like she could think like, this guy's a good dude and he's not like the rest. I don't want to play him. I'm just going to play the other guys. You know, the guys that's trying to play me. Or she could be like, I'm not the right woman for him at this point in my life. So I'm just going to let him be. Believe it or not every woman just going to get with a guy and try to get over or get what she can get out of him. You do have some women who actually are the way I said. You know, they believe that you're too good of a dude, she ain't gonna do you dirty. I'll say this slowly, because I know people don't get it. Again, one of the reasons why a woman might not like a man is because he's high value. And that's because because some women are not just out for themselves. Some women actually are good people, right? So they'll feel like, I'm not right for him. I'm not the right woman for this guy right now, so I'm going to let it go. Or, he's a good dude. I'm not going to play him like I play the other men who are trying to play me. So, that right there alone proves that just because you're high value, it don't mean that women are going to flock to you. Because a lot of women don't want a man because he's high value. And I just explained that. Another thing is you cannot negotiate attraction. So even if you Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan or whatever, they still get rejected. You still getting rejected by women. You know, y'all act like if you become high value, every single woman on earth gonna like you. That's not true. Now, I'm gonna say this. Becoming high value and grooming yourself and shit like that, you're gonna become more attractive. Because think about it. If a woman starts hitting the gym and doing all this and all that, you know what I mean? Let's say the woman's 500 pounds. She starts hitting the gym and all this and all that. She's going to become more attractive. But guess what? That don't mean every man going to want her, though. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, maybe no man will still want her. It's very possible. Nah, the odds are slim. It helps you get more women because you become more attractive. But that don't mean that you're going to have a whole flock of women just because you're a high value man. There's more to it than that, man. You got to have charisma and all type of shit. And it also depends on what woman is looking at you, the eye of the beholder. Because every woman likes men for different reasons. Yes, there's categories of women like this guy for this guy for that. They like looks, money, whatever. There's categories, status. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, every woman's still different individually. So you can't just say, well, if I become high value, every woman gonna like me. This is a dangerous game because when you try to become a high value guy just for women, you're probably going to fail at it. When you become high value or try to become high value just to get women, you're probably going to fail at not only not getting the women, or not only with the getting women part, but the part of you becoming high value. Because the moment you realize that just because you are improving and all this and all that, the moment you realize that women still they still rejecting you and shit, you're going to fold, you're going to give up. Because you didn't do it for you. You didn't do it for you, man. If you think that, like I said, Kobe Bryant or any of those guys didn't get rejected by women, you bumped your head, no? It's not the same as with a man. Like Beyonce's not going to get rejected by a lot of men, probably no man, to be honest with you. But that don't mean every man gonna commit to her. She definitely, and that's the thing. You got to ask yourself, when you become high value, why are the women flocking to you? That's the thing you got to ask yourself. Why are they flocking to you? Now you can say I'm gonna use it against them and all this and all that, but now you're playing with karma. And you don't want those problems. That karma could actually hinder you from becoming a high value man. It could. The universe gives back energy that you put out. So you putting out bad energy, using people, I'm gonna use this as bait to play them and all that. That gonna come back on you. The moment you gonna find a woman you really like and she gonna bait your ass and play you, and you gonna be salty as fuck. Divorce court and all this other shit. Don't play with karma. Don't play with the universe. Don't play with the Most High, basically. You also have to define what high value is, because high value ain't just money. Money don't make the man, make the man make the money. So to become high value, you gotta be groomed, you gotta have money, you gotta have the knowledge, you gotta have heart. Not just a nice heart to treat people like decent people, but the heart of not fearing, being scared of people and shit like this, scared of challenges in life. It's deeper than money and looks. I think everybody think you just get looks and money and you high value. Nah, it's a whole list of shit. In other words, you got a lot of work to do. We all got a lot of work to do. The grind never stops, dog. Until you dead in a coffin and can't breathe, the grind never stops. I don't know why everybody's celebrating. I'm high value now. I'm celebrating, popping bottles and all this and all that. You ain't won shit. I don't give a fuck you got $1 million, billion. You still ain't done. Because you got to do this shit for the generations. For your grandkids and all this and all that. It never stops as a man. The burden of producing never stops as a man. Stop celebrating and doing cartwheels and shit. And celebrating, popping bottles and shit because you think you won. You ain't won shit. You got a little bit of pussy, now you think you won now, right? Nah. You're going to fail when you think that way. Always think with the mentality that you ain't won yet. Tom Brady shit. Michael Jordan shit. Floyd Mayweather shit. Floyd probably would have lost if he didn't have that mentality of, you know what? I still got to train like I just started yesterday. I still got to train like I'm broken and in the basement living with my dad or some shit. That's the mentality you got to have, man. You can't say, well, I'm high value now, that all women like me. How does that correspond? Because you can get deceived very easy by the females if you believe this philosophy. Yes, it's different pertaining to like Floyd training or whatever, but it's still the same thing because you're looking at it as, well, I'm high value now. I don't got to worry about if women are trying to play me or not. I don't need the game no more. I don't need game no more. I'm high value, dog. These women just flock to me. See, you still need game. Actually, you need more game. You need game more than ever when you become high value. There's everybody out to get you, right? So you can't think that way. I just don't want y'all to be sold a dream, man. I'm not saying that self-improving and grooming and all that ain't gonna help, but don't look at it with the mentality of this is gonna get me more women. Do it for you. You want to grow a beard, do it because you like it. You want to buy this car, do it because you like it. Not for the women. Many men have fell by the sword. buying a car on loan and shit, $70,000, $80,000 in debt, all to try to impress a woman or women, and still ain't getting no damn pussy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy thinking. You can't think that way. The biggest stumbling block for a man, period, to even become a high value man is the female. That, I'm not saying that a woman is a problem, because a woman could be a woman is the best thing God given a man besides breath and life and his children, in my opinion. You know, and wisdom and all that, we get it. Before you get what I'm saying, a woman's a blessing, basically. You know what I'm saying? But there's curses too. There's women out here that are curses as well. And part of the reason why a lot of these men fall by the sword is because faking being high value and all this other shit, trying to impress women, you know, instead of doing it for themselves. See, when you do it for yourself, you will become a high value man. You don't gotta fake this shit. You don't gotta pump fake. You'll really be that. But if you're doing it for the women, I promise you, most men who are trying to be high value men for women are pump faking. That's right, I said it. They pump faking. That's not really who they really are. Yeah, the car, they look like they got that much money with the car and this or that, but it's all pump fake. But if they was doing it for themselves, no way they would go in debt $70,000 for a car. That only happens because you're doing it for the women. I gotta look rich because I don't want them laughing at me. You know what I mean? And then when you do that, you still ain't getting no women. I'm telling you, man, this shit has to be really analyzed, man. And another thing about the high value man shit, there's other high value men. So when you become a high value man, the competition just really get harder. It's like Madden or something. On rookie level, you know, yeah, these dudes drive a bus, right? But when you become a high value man, you're gonna want the top tier women who want the top tier guys, right? Guess what your competition is? High value men. So don't think because you become a high value man that women just flock all over you and shit. That's not how it works, man. That's just not how it works. Be careful out here, man. That's all I can say, man. Do this shit for you. Do this high value shit for you, and you won't lose. You will not fail. But if you do it for, only other people I suggest you do it for is if you're married or if you got kids. Those are the only people you should be doing this shit for other than yourself. Anybody else outside of that, you're gonna fail. Because the moment that person doesn't show reciprocation towards your success or towards you, you're gonna crumble. You're not gonna want to eat none of this shit. Like I said the other day, men working 80 hours, all this shit going hard as fuck. Get a woman, and now I don't want to work no more. The pussy done got you lazy. That's crazy, man. Can't do that. You gotta want this shit for you, dog. You gotta want this shit for you. And when you do, when you want it for you, you will not fail. You think Tom Brady get up to play football still for anything other than himself? You know what I'm saying? That's why he's still doing it. That's why Floyd was still doing it. Most boxers would have already lost concentration by then. All that money and shit that Floyd had, they would have lost concentration, and they would have lost. Because they would have stopped training as much and stopped taking shit serious and all this other shit. Same thing gonna happen with men when they think that high value equivalates to a woman worshiping you as God and really wanting you. Because a lot of times you're gonna pick the wrong woman or the wrong women, and they're gonna destroy your life. Because you thought the high value man shit gave you the pass on women and automatically made women like you more and all this bullshit. But in reality, women still like you just as much as they did when you caught the bus. If you wasn't pulling them then, you probably ain't gonna pull them then. Now, you become high value. However, if you work on yourself and how you think and all that shit, you'll attract the right women. But the more women and all this, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not saying it doesn't help, but to clearly think this way is a bad place to be. It's not a good place for your head, man. Mainly because you're going to be dealing with a woman that possibly could have you killed. You think all these women love you because you high value now. There's a reason why basketball players don't sleep with every woman that they could once they get off the bus. They know what time it is. Most of them anyway. Most of them know what time it is. Not all of them. Part of being high value is not spreading your energy with any woman. Like a high value dude don't just sleep with any woman. You got to be a qualified chick. If you're just sleeping with any woman, you're not high value, dog. How? You're literally risking your life or risking putting a life in this chick. So if you're sleeping with any woman, how are you high value? How? What if you get the girl pregnant? What if she has something? Not only that, if you're so high value, why the fuck are you fucking somebody you don't want at all? Like no attraction, no nothing, you just out here fucking. That's not high value. There's no way around it. High value men turn down pussy. Also, being high value takes a lot of time and concentration and sacrifice. So therefore, you're probably going, if you're getting a lot of women before you started trying to become high value, you're probably going to lose. Probably going to lose a lot more than what you get. Because like AMS said, you're going to lose a lot more than what you get because you got to sacrifice. You're probably going to get way more women being a bum and not doing shit with your life. Just being honest. A lot of women don't even know I exist. But they'll name this perfect guy and the description could be me, but they think a guy like me don't exist. All black men ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. You know why they don't think I exist? Because I'm not in the mix. I'm out here getting money, grinding, trying to become a better version of me. You see what I'm saying? Instead of in a club or something, not knocking that. But I'm just saying, they don't know I exist. And then you got this other guy who's always in the mix, always in the clubs, or always this or that. Probably get all kind of pussy. But he's not becoming high value. So again, another lie. Not necessarily a lie, but a half-truth. Not necessarily a lie, but a half-truth. Ultimately, though, you're going to scare off more women than you attract because they're going to see that. Like, man, that guy too good. I think that guy too good for me. I don't think I'm the right woman for him. That's going to happen a lot more than what you think. So all this, they bow down and got their mouth wide open for you shit. Not necessarily, man. Not necessarily. And if you wasn't able to you wasn't good with women before you was doing all this and that, it ain't going to change until you work on yourself. Because it's within you. More than anything, not the car, not the jewelry, not the looks, even though looks matter to a certain extent. So, I mean, that's a kind of yes and no thing. I'll give you that one. But all that other shit, not really. It's all on you, man. That's all I got to say to y'all, man. Become high value, man, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? For your children, if you got children. Or your wife, even if you got a wife. But other than that, all that, doing that for the women, you're going to fail, dog. You got the wrong mentality. You're not going to be hungry. When you get a woman, you're not going to be hungry. Or you're going to get a woman that you shouldn't have dealt with. Because the thought of you thinking high value puts you God to a woman is going to cause you to think, oh, this woman really liked me. You're not going to be paying attention and screening the woman out. Like you would if you was broke or some shit. Like, wonder why she liked me, man. I live in the basement type shit. But you high value, you think, oh, I know they all like me. I'm high value. You're not screening them out. You're not paying attention. You know what I mean? You think that the money and all this other shit gonna get you the woman. So therefore, you probably become less attractive than most of the other guys, competition. And you wonder why all the broke guys pull the women. Because they got to put in work. They got to be themselves. They got to come correct. You thinking money gonna catapult you and all this shit. Just like a woman with looks. There's a reason why a lot of women with looks are single versus women who aren't. You know that the woman with the looks is gonna say, why is she with that ugly girl? Why is he with that ugly girl? Because she doesn't understand her mind that that so-called ugly girl, even though the girl might not even be ugly, but whatever, she thinks she's better than the girl, right? She not understanding in her mind that that girl understands how to make a man happy and shit. That girl is presenting herself and doing things for that man, not just using her looks. The problem with that high value mentality of I'm high value, I can get women anytime I want type of shit, you rely on the high value instead of you to get the woman. That's why you're not going to get the right woman. In other words, I'm not taking a woman on no $500 date. I don't know. I don't give a fuck if she Beyonce knows. All right, maybe her because she got money. She got a lot of money. So that's different. But I ain't bowed down to her. Nah, let me stop playing. I'm not taking no woman on no $500 date. I don't know. For real. You know what I mean? Why would I do that? I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to be me to get the woman versus trying to use my high value to get them. High value assets, should I say. I'd rather use me as the high value person instead of the assets because that's the way I'm going to get the real woman, the right woman. Start using this other shit, you're going to get the wrong one. I promise you this, man. Not only are you going to choose the wrong women, or, yeah, not only that, you're not going to become the right man. You're only doing this shit to get women, and you're only doing this shit, it's a temporary thing. You're going to fail, bro. But if you're doing it for yourself, you up at 2 in the morning like, this motherfucker don't take a day off. You know why that dude don't take that day off? You know why Tom Brady's still getting up, doing this and that? Because he loved the game, and he do it for himself. Do it for himself. You can become high value and get knocked off the mountain by the wrong woman. Believe that shit. I don't know why everybody think once you become high value, you bulletproof and ain't nothing gonna fuck nothing up in your life. Nah, you got it. The game gets deeper. Now you gotta really be on your P's and Q's. People can sue you anything. You know what I'm saying? Why would you work that hard just to fall off? All these football players and stuff could have been millionaires, had millions of dollars, and now they dead broke. You want to be that? Or these boxers boxing at 50 years old because they didn't play the cards right. Again, aka Floyd Mayweather versus a lot of other boxers. Floyd played the cards right, man. He still approached it every day like day one. He didn't let his high value make him change or think he's better. Even though he's arrogant, he probably do that for show. But obviously, he got to be humble because if he wasn't humble, he would have just said, you know what, I got this fight, I'm going to win it. Nah, he still trained like he first started. There has to be some humbleness inside Floyd. Got to be. You can't do that without that. It's impossible. Now, translate the boxing with Floyd to your life and what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a woman. You got a woman now, okay, now you still got to be on your P's and Q's. Can't be like, I got the woman now I'm about to just become fat and shit. No, you can't do that, bro. Or I got the job now I'm good. No, this is year 16 at this job, and I'm still going hard. I'm still putting people's water and everything where it belongs and all this. Going that extra mile for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to do it, but I do it because it's really easy. It's not any effort on my part. It's more harder for them to have to walk and carry shit all the way over there than for me to just wheel it over there. So why wouldn't I? Or you still gotta watch out, not hit shit. You still gotta take your craft serious. Like Biggie Smalls said on that Jay-Z song, I don't know the name of the song, but it said like you gotta treat everything like your first project. First song is the name of the damn song. You gotta treat everything like your first project. So even if you become a high value man, you gotta treat everything, including women, like your first project. What do I mean by treating them? I'm not saying treating a woman any type of way per se, but what I'm saying is you gotta deal with them the same way. The same way as you was broke, you gotta deal with the woman high value. Not like no simp shit. Now if you was a simp, now you don't want to go back to that, but how you deal with the woman, you still gotta show her respect and all that shit. Just because you got money, you can't be like, fuck you, bitch. Come on, man. Still got to have game and all that. Or you going to get played, you know, you're going to get deceived by the chicks, whatever. Or you might be married, you're going to lose your wife. Because you think high value is enough to make the woman feel happy. Now she's sleeping with another guy and leaving you and shit. Hey, I'm out of here, man.